Hey, welcome to the channel, and I thought I would talk today about reasons getting into cybersecurity may be a good decision for you, okay? So I could go into a lot of reasons why it's good for me, but my reasons are not going to be the same as your reasons, but maybe I'll talk about some of mine and they might line up with some of yours. So the first reason is that you're unsatisfied in your current career and you don't really have any passion or idea of where you would like to go. If the job that you're in now offers very limited prospects, maybe you're locked into a certain role and it's very hard to make a lateral move or a move upward, that's a problem. And a lot of people nowadays don't really just want to be stuck in something purely just for a paycheck. People want to also feel like they're making some impact, that they're developing, and that they can build their skills, move on to a new area, and hopefully in the process of doing that, increase their pay. Cybersecurity is very good if you're a person who fits this category and are someone who likes technology. So if you like computers and you're willing to get into it and start building those skills, you're going to find cybersecurity a very rewarding career path. I really enjoy cybersecurity because there is just constant learning, and you can begin to build foundations and then start to aim your direction on the sights of the avenue that interests you the most. And that may change. You might go in 1 minute wanting to be a pen tester, but then next minute you want to be a SOC analyst. You want to be a SOC analyst, you want to go into offensive, or you don't like that. You want to be a consultant, or you want to be an engineer. You want to get into DevOps and work on software development. There are many different aspects of cybersecurity that you can study and focus on and build a very rewarding career, but also a very important one. Recently, we saw the CrowdStrike thing. Cybersecurity is a big deal, and every major company in the world is utilizing cybersecurity technology. They have to. So there's work out there. It's a field. Some people say, oh, AI is probably going to take over the field and change it. I'd say it will make changes to the field, but I don't think it's going to remove the human element. Certainly not at this stage anyway. Quantum computing is another subject for another day, but that's also something that could could alter this whole industry. But again, long way off, or maybe not, who knows. So it's a relatively safe career path. There's a lot of work and a lot of opportunities that exist in this field for those who want it. So if that fits you and sounds like something that would interest you, then I'd say that this is a good career choice. The second thing that makes cybersecurity an excellent career choice is if you're a learner. If you're someone who likes to be stimulated and to be learning constantly, then cybersecurity is perfect because there's always stuff going on. There's always new vulnerabilities. There's always new exploits. AI is becoming more of a thing now and more of a threat and becoming its own kind of thing within itself. So it's dynamic. It's constantly evolving. And if you're a person who likes that kind of stimulation, maybe the job you're in now is very boring, not mentally challenging enough. I can relate. I worked with my hands for many years and I felt like I was underutilizing my brain. I wanted to stretch my brain a little bit more and I wanted to develop my potential. So if you're a learner, cybersecurity is great. However, if you're not into constantly studying, constantly having to, update your skills and your knowledge, then you might actually find cybersecurity to be a little bit frustrating because some people just want to come and do their job each day. But with cyber, it can be repetitive, but it also can be dynamic and it can be changing. And that means you've got to keep pace with it. So yeah, it is quite an involved career path, but again, highly rewarding and will definitely interest you if you're a learner and you're a person who's curious. Another reason why I think cyber is a great choice is the flexibility. If you're, here in Australia, for example, many companies offer a hybrid arrangement. Most companies generally want you to be in the office a couple of days a week, but you can work from home. Some jobs are fully remote. So this is a really cool thing. You know, I work hybrid and I'm pretty close to the office, fortunately. So I can go in, enjoy a bit of association, talk to people, catch up on stuff, but then I can get back home and get more work done at home. And I love that. It gives me flexibility. It gives me a life. I can plan my day better. I can do things around the house. And that's just something that you don't get in a traditional job where you've got to be on site and work. And we need those people. Really respect and commend those people out there grind and working hard. But I done that for 10 years. You know, my life never really evolved beyond that. So now that I have the ability to work from a computer, I can request to work 100% remote if I like. I have that option. I like to do a little bit of both. I find just being home all the time, I don't think it's ideal. But if you want to move somewhere else, that's fine. I will talk in another video about working remotely, like from another country. That is a different topic, and I'll talk about that in another video because that goes a little bit more in depth as to how that will work in cybersecurity. But yeah, nationally, in your state, in your country, generally not an issue. If you've got an internet connection, as long as you're following company protocol, it's fine. And that will allow you time for your family, time for your girlfriend, your wife, your dog, whatever it is that's important to you in your life. You get to be around that more. And as long as you're delivering your results, meeting your KPIs, doing the work that needs to be done, no harm done, no issues. It's great like that. The other thing that's really great about cybersecurity is, again, relating back to, you know, being a learning and dynamic field, but also like it can be a rewarding field. It doesn't always feel like you're accomplishing and doing much, but when something is happening and you get involved and help out with it, there is also that kind of rewarding feeling too, that knowing that, you know, you're looking after a client or a company. You're protecting the client or a company, but by extension, you're protecting the people that are using that service, okay? You're protecting some old person, some old man, some lady, some guy, some child from having their information and data exploited and leaked out across the internet that criminals use for a whole host of bad reasons. And to be a part of that and to help out in that way also drives the feeling of reward. Now, that's not going to be a common feeling in this field, but it can happen. We've had SOC guys who have stopped breaches from happening, stopped, network lateral movement and things like that. And that's really cool when guys can see the results of their work. Most of the time, it's fairly repetitive though, and you're not always going to experience that, but it's definitely a part of it. And yeah, I mean, what else to say? It pays good, hybrid, flexible working arrangement. It's dynamic, it's evolving, you're constantly learning and growing, and it's rewarding. And there's just so much you can do with it. Again, like I said, you can go so many directions and become whatever you want in that particular industry. Now, they're all the good things, but with each of these areas also comes a solid amount of challenge, okay? No one's going to pay you good money to do nothing. That is going to come with a weight of responsibility. That may mean you're on call. It might mean that something's going down. And if you're a person who's responsible for something, then you are going to be called. Now, I'm personally not mission critical right now, but certain queries and things will be escalated to me, generally within work hours. So my role's pretty good like that. Some companies now, yes, you got the hybrid arrangement, you can work from home, but some businesses now are starting to call people into the office. Some companies are kind of advertising the job as on-site because a lot of SOC, security operations centers, they want to make sure that they're being fully compliant with their ISO and with up to standard with ISO and things like that. And it's also good for clients to see that they have a team and have a work environment that's a real place, not just some dude sitting in his underwear and his pajamas at home looking after your entire infrastructure's security. So there are many reasons like that. So with all these benefits will come some cons as well. So if you're out there navigating the job market, make sure you're very clear about what it is that you want. I'm going to make another video on a little bit more detail on how to get into a role, some tips and tricks that I've used to help me get my role. But yeah, just remember that those benefits will come with its share of challenges. But I have to say, on the whole, if you are looking to change your career, if you are looking to make a move, I would say it's a good move, okay? So thank you for watching. Just a quick 10-minute video today. Look, go for it. Start applying, start studying. The cool thing about it is you can go do your master's, or you can just go do a certificate and put your resume out there, make sure you're polished, looking good. And you never know, you could find yourself doing some job in a company. And one thing that I always really encourage and say is that be open-minded to do different type of role within a cybersecurity company too. Don't just be stubborn and just want to do one particular role. Get your foot into the field, get that experience in the door, because that experience will open up other opportunities, okay? So thank you, and we'll see you next video.